that's kind of I agree. That's what I'm saying earlier about how, you know, they create the problem and then pretend they want to fix it by
Right,
using
right. And they're not
by,
fixing it. And what they
yeah.
do when they gentrify the neighborhood, the taxes go up. So you got to deal with the food, you got to deal with that. When I moved in my house in 99, I didn't really have any complaints. My taxes are like $699. When I sold my house, the taxes were $1,500 in a low income neighborhood. And what happened, somebody on my block up the game. He took a house, he gutted it, he fixed it up, he made a triplex out of it, sold it for $294,000 in this poor neighborhood. And now the taxes went up and everything's changed.
Yeah,
But
that's sounds about right.
yeah. So and I'm pretty much I still go to the old neighborhood for certain things. Like I go down to Frankfurt because there's fresh fish markets because it's a little cheaper. But the markets, um, they don't have any fish markets up where I'm at. You have to go to the market and go on the market, and you're subject to whatever prices are in there.
Exactly. Where I live, there's like there's like
Right,
one or two, no, there's exactly three places that have fish, and the fish is frozen. We don't get
right,
anything fresh, and it's expensive as I don't know what. Even for I don't even eat whitings, and I know whitings is one of the cheapest fish out there.
right, right.
They're
It sure
extremely. You
is.
get like 6 pieces of whiting for $20, and you used to get 6 pieces of whiting for $12. Like
Right,
it's
right,
it's just really really ridiculous
right.
in the northeast. I'm gonna say so far. I don't know about the northwest or anything. The northeast is getting because we used to be able
Northwest,
to
north.
actually live on a low income out here where I live. You were
I was
able
about to say
to
not in the city.
yeah, no,
Right.
you were able to sustain a decent life. Now in the last 10 years, it's just the crime, as you said, the crime has become ridiculous to where you're like, are we on the West Coast with the crime? Like in the last 6 years alone, the crime has increased so much. But we don't have any police presence because nobody want to be police officers out here anymore.
Well, and the thing is though, is it's kind of it's almost like it's planned. But but like I said, it comes out to people don't want to steal, but if they feel necessary, people who do want to steal need to be in jail. But people who can't feel they ain't got no other way to do things, they start doing things, and that's another reason. Poverty is the main reason for crime. The other, doesn't mean all crime, but the main factor in crime is poverty. If you ain't got, you're going to try to protect yours, and you're going to get what you get. So looking at that, it's just like how do we as a community fix that? Do we invest in our own supermarkets? Do we do co-ops? Do we get to do we tell people, we tell people to shop black, but if black is not there, then what are we doing?
When they asked for, when Al Sharpton got together with the other leaders and asked for the blackout on Target, I was like, blackout on Target? I don't even go there because their prices are 5% higher than Walmart's anyway. But
Yeah,
when you if you buy black, that's one thing Philly still has. If you want to buy black, you have to go back down to Philly. You have to go down West Philly because West Philly used to have vendors all up and down 52nd Street. And most of those stores were either owned by black people or Asian people. But everything was cheap. The markets were there, the bakeries were there, clothes, shoes, sneakers, all of that. You can buy black. You got to go to a black neighborhood and buy black. You got to go to West Philly, Southwest Philly, because if you come back the other way, black people
There's
don't own anything.
Yeah, where I live, there's a lot of Indians and Arabic people
Right. It's
who
not us.
who have um the one black owned the one black owned conglomerate I know is a Jamaican family that lives out here, and they have two hair stores, a a Jamaican restaurant,
Right.
and two little bodega grocery stores. But that's all I know in my area. You can't, and there's a couple of, you could see there's a couple like new restaurants that's popping up because I see they're trying to, as you say, diversify and become more inclusive with the college kids, because we have a lot of Indians and and Asians coming in. So there's a lot of Asian market, halal markets and things of that nature that's coming in here. So like on Friday when I went to work, I work in fast food. So, you know, you didn't see a lot of young people and blacks, but you did see the Indian college kids, stuff, the people that that come in daily because they need food. You didn't we Yeah, it was weird to see that people actually was talking about it. The people that did come is like, I'm just coming because I'm going to work. I have to go to work and I need substance. I need food. So this is why I'm coming. You won't see me again today, type thing. That's what I was told. Like, we're not supporting, we're hungry and we have to eat. That's what a lot of that was when I went to work on Friday.
That's understandable. I mean, hey, we're gonna have a tight. Our sphincters are going to be tight for the next 3 years and 11 months.
That's
Um,
right. That's right. And if you're, let me tell you something, if you're healthy enough to work, if and like I've been retired since 2015 and everything was looking good. I was like, thank you, God, I'm out of there. I could chill for a minute. And then things started to change maybe 5 years out. And I said, you know what? Maybe you still go back to work. So I work 6 months out the year if I can. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to watch my income taxes. Y'all family, so y'all know what I'm talking about. So I don't have a problem working as long as I'm healthy enough to get up and get in my car. And thank God I got a car and I could go find myself a job. I'll do it because it's these people, we got millionaires and billionaires in the White House, and they all crazy as flying Christmas fruitcakes. We can't depend on them. You know
nope.
what I mean? And one thing about my faith and what, um, I have to work on getting better faith in God. But my pastor talks about this. He said, you know what? We've been dependent on them ever since we got, that our constitutional rights were enhanced and we were able to walk down the street and do the things that they do. Because it's always going to be us and them. It's not supposed to be that way, but it is. And he says we need to open up our own businesses. He's been talking about doing that ever since I joined his church. He's talking about opening up clinics for women instead of abortions, opening up a clinic so they can have the child, trying to make a way for them, trying to make a way. He talked about, he dreams big and he makes us laugh. And he says we need to um, have our own medical facilities. You know what I mean? It takes big money. I mean, big money to open up stuff like that. But after all this time, what have we been free? 164 years, maybe. You know what I mean? And it, how far have we come in that time? Some of us, we got it in. We got good jobs, and that would have been unheard of if we didn't have the rights. You know what I mean? So the way I was raised, the way me and my siblings were raised was to get a job, get a home, you'll get yourself a bank account. They never taught us to dream big because them being born in the 1920s, they didn't have those dreams. So now we have to do it right now while we're alive, even at this age. We got to try to do it. We got to try to dream big so we can pass it on to our kids and grandkids,
Yeah.
because we can't let them experience what we're experiencing now and the stuff that our parents and grandparents had to take so long ago. It's a lot. You know, people got to get together. You know what I mean? It's enough of us now. It's 65 million of us. You know, and it's what, about 1 million of us are incarcerated. You know what I
No,
mean? And there is a plan. There is a
actually, because there are only 2 million people in the whole United States that are currently incarcerated. That's jail to prison. The Bureau of Prisons put that out. We do have a high percentage. I'm going to say it's not 1 million. It's about 700,000. I just want to make sure that we ain't let people know black people ain't all criminals.
But what I'm saying is, isn't it a big percentage of us in there?
38% of people in jail are black, which is we're overrepresented. Oh, make no mistake about it. We're definitely overrepresented, but it's not the numbers. The numbers don't add up to what the things that we've been told that we thought were true, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, I mean, not the. I understood your point. I just wanted to make that clear because we gotta uphold the ethnic image. We're not thugs and drug dealers. We're not prostitutes.
No, we're not. But it's a whole
And
lot of us in there that got out on those amnesty programs, on those DNA programs. You know what I mean? Right here in the area in Philadelphia, a dude just got out after 30 years or 35 years he was in there, and he was wrongly convicted. And like you
Yep.
said, if you get in a desperate situation and you can't eat, your situation might change. If you can't eat, nobody wants to be in that situation, but it was a whole lot of people that were.
Thanks for watching. This is the man with the golden voice, the lady's choice, and of course, smooth as a Rolls Royce, saying, never make love by the garden gate, though love is blind, the neighbors ain't.